be hard, of course, for the Wind Ranger, but let's see what Noob's going to be able to do.
Let's find out. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, getting into the action. Game 1 of Nigma Galaxy versus PSG Quest. We're in the lower bracket. You lose this series, you are done for in the qualifiers, and you won't be making it to TI. So, very important for these two teams who have ended up meeting head-to-head in many a qualifier before. This is the one where it all counts, though, with that road towards international.
I like it. I was like, he showed that he skilled Boar, but he's doing it on purpose. He's giving the souls. Oh, this is easy. Big brain. But you don't let it get power shot though. That's the important thing.
Can he do another one? Or is it too greedy?
He did. That's two.
No, I'm saying another one.
No,
not another.
The third one.
Don't do another.
I mean, he might. There is a ward, though. There could be a power
shot. Get it out.
If he snipes it with power shot.
Nah, he's not going to indeed. Yeah, doesn't want to feed the golden and XP to the Wind Ranger. But hey, plus
anything you
plus
can take
to start.
Easy. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't even like theory craft that actually. AC, dude, me too. I'm getting blasted by my AC right now. It's hot as hell over here.
Unluck. AC broken. Uh-oh. That ain't good. I'm not quite sure where they are, but they could be in a very hot country right now. I imagine they probably are. If they ain't got no AC, it's just gonna. It's gonna be a tough game to play.
How's your weather been? We are getting wrecked over here. I don't know about you. The heat wave is real.
Or with rain? Oh, we're getting the rain over. It's been raining all day.
Oh,
so,
really?
I've been very lucky. It's been super chill.
We've got like
AC
35
fixed.
Celsius every day. So.
I hope the AC's fixed at least.
I hope so.
Wait, both of their ACs were broken, right? Because, FPC said AC, and then Noob said our AC broken. So I guess they're both playing without AC. Oh, I see. Oh, well, okay. Well, good luck to them. They're playing without the AC. Could be quite the debuff.
3 for 1. Quest will be able to get the little extra. Okay, and Ducalis, he does. I mentioned it last game that I was a little. Well, not last game, but 2 games ago when Kadara was playing the ET. He skilled the Astral. This time, Ducalis, he does have the natural order immediately. He also gets the D ward on the camp right away too. So yeah, I'm looking to see how much this is going to do, how much damage and everything, and how much he's going to be able to zone. First three is off the mark.
I'm going to be watching this. Somehow. See how well he's able to play this lane, and how well Noob's able to deal with the power of the SF. Indeed, on paper, the Wind Ranger should be able to fare okay.
Yeah, should be able to. Also, the other thing I didn't touch on because I got distracted by a bajillion other things that were going on is the... Actually, we'll wait for that for a second, as Omar might actually just die trying to creep pull bottom.
I think he's looking pretty dead indeed. Miracle and Kuro, they'll get in on top of him. It's first blood for Kuro. I mean,
if he gets maybe a bash...
They could threaten Malik as well, honestly.
They can.
Well, he's teasing around because Miracle doesn't want to miss out on too many creeps, actually, so he's going to head back towards the tower. So Malik will be fine. First
GH
for the
is getting walked down.
Nigma Galaxy.
Minus 20 armor.
Punch. Oh, he's not going to be able to dive in under the tower for him, though. So GH, he'll live.
Okay, and now that I have a second to say it is, they did move the roles, and they picked a Weaver carry into a Spirit Breaker. So now I finally get to say that as well, too. Because we have talked a lot about matchups and stuff, and SB has been always fantastic versus Weaver, so have to put that one out there that's just in the game. It's could prove to be problematic for Miracle in the long run. But in lane, we'll see how Miracle is able to fare out.
I think last time around when we did see them play the safe lane with Kuro, and Kuro was able to set up quite a few early opportunities for Miracle to clean up kills.
The charge is already coming. We were mentioning it could happen early. This is a little earlier than I expected it.
And he charged into a power shot. It's going to do a lot, and it's going to do enough. Oh, maybe
he's alive still?
There, we'll get him. I mean, Noob's going to die for it, Kuro TPing over, but this is likely to happen, right? Even if they bring sort of backup in, if they go for the sort of charge play, they will be able to kill Sumail before Noob dies.
Yes. Especially, I mean, the early kills matter a lot, too. If you can get SF, because he's very fragile. If he dies a bunch early, those power shots, those big newts do end up hurting a lot more early, so. The Kuroki, I mean, the wave actually ends up staying, though, so Sumail doesn't end up missing, I think he missed, what, 2 creeps for it, so. Not the absolute worst or anything like that, as they do get the trade kill as well. But we're going to see that happen a lot. I feel like the Spirit Breaker can do quite a bit in this early game. Not only in the mid game to be able to pressure Miracle, but yeah, early game charges could be problematic if they don't have ward vision.
Yeah. I guess on the plus side for Nigma Galaxy, when you look at their side lanes, right, both supports, for the most part, they should be able to afford coming over towards the mid lane with the TP because both of their core players and core heroes this game on the side lanes are pretty self-sufficient, right?
Yeah, I mean, FBZ, he's going to struggle no matter what happens since it's with the lane that he's playing up against. So, yeah, you could definitely see GH maybe make the move over. Bottom, Malik, the bugs are attached.
They could have a good shot at this.
If he
starts to run, they're going to have to glimpse. They're going to have to play aggressive, Malik and Omar, because they know as soon as they start to run, they'll get glimpsed back. Miracle attempted to stand his ground to finish off Malik. They'll get him. Malik's gone. Miracle survives.
Omar has yet to bash. Dude, this guy's RNG is terrible.
There we go.
Yeah, I just bashed the creep. As I say it. I mean, if he gets a bash there, Miracle's dead, for sure. He didn't get any, so slightly unfortunate for Quest, but Miracle will be very happy. Water Runes being double checked. Ducalis checks top, while Noob checks bottom. So, I mean, they are definitely putting some emphasis onto trying to shut down Sumail's SF with this pick, and he still is getting good farm.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is for sure. So just the one death at the moment in that mid lane is not going to phase him too much.
I keep trying to keep track of, I mean, I'm trying to look at all three lanes, obviously, but I'm trying to keep track of how many boars they've killed. I want to say they've gotten, I think they've gotten at least 3 or 4. Just the flak plus the spirit, it does get it and snipes it out a little bit sometimes here for FBZ, so those add up for something like Gyrocopter. And even though Miracle has gotten a kill, his last hits are actually quite lacking. He's 11 behind the Gyro at the moment, just because they're putting so much pressure on looking for kills down here. Higher net worth, but only by a slight margin on the Weaver.
Ducalis coming in with the punches.
GH.
That's got the Shadow Realm.
He's
definitely
got a
need to use it, and yeah, TP will do it.
Doesn't feel good to do that, though.
Comes in with the charge over towards Kuro. He's going to get the kinetic field laid down, but gets dragged back in there by Malik and the vacuum.
The vacuum bash. Is able to get it. Darkseer having all three having a pretty good laning start here for the side of Quest. I thought maybe Malik might get slowed down a little bit more just because it's Weaver Disruptor, but with the Spirit Breaker behind him, Darkseer, the power of this hero.
It's still very hard to find an opportunity to set up onto Noob. Station very safe under the tier 1 tower.
Right, that's probably why they went for this pick. It's a pretty safe hero just to keep distance to be able to play versus the SF, so it's hard to set up onto him. Power Rune, again, going to be set up. Quest, they're in position with 3 at the least. The charge is coming out.
Sumail's got the back of a GH, and Sumail will get an amplified damage rune.
Yep, he's ready. He's got the point of Requiem instantly skilled too. FPZ. Okay, he's alright. He's got a lot of denies on his boards too. I'm just trying to keep track of how many do get killed because they are important how much they give up in XP.
Just waiting to get their level 6 online before they try for a kill attempt. Both teams honestly here up top, especially when TI13 at the cooldown if Ducalis can get an opening.
Absolutely.
Try and get some action going.
Mid too, I mean, if they can close the gap. I mean, Sumail doesn't have amp damage right now, so probably not a good idea to go for it, because if he lands the Requiem into some raises, you're just dead. FBZ getting some very good stacks in the meantime, so having that recovery outlet, of course.
They're going to go for Malik. They should have him here because the glimpse is available. They'll get the glimpse off and he's gone. Miracle is going to get caught by the stomp. He's not able to get the time-lapse off because the bash was there. Catches Miracle, stops him from being able to time-lapse. Sumail, trying to chase down Omar, but he's going to get caught by the slow with the power shot, so won't be able to get in range for another raise. Omar survives.
I was like, oh, Miracle hit 6 off the kill. Oh, just kidding. Gets bashed, gets controlled. So does get brought down 1 for 1. Heavy rotations. Lots of sentry wards being placed. They have a ward here, too, to watch the SF. They're blocking a lot of camps on the side of Quest. They're blocking the Beastmaster camps and now also some of these SF ones, potentially. looking to try to sandwich onto mid. They find a D ward. Power rune.
Minute power rune. See if he gets lucky again up top here, Samael. So it's going to be that way. It's going to be the illusion for him. Making the move up to top. It's going to at least take some neutrals, maybe see if they were making any stacks on their side, but doesn't to be here on Quest.
Sumail. Defensive ward placed out. And Malik looks like okay. Just Vanguard, Crimson. Definitely. I mean, all the auras are super value. There's quite a bit of physical damage actually on the side of Nigma. They have good hybrid damage. If an SF Weaver Beast is going to be pretty strong. So all these are going to be really nice for Malik to protect his allies. And FPZ is revealing the build he's going for. So he's got the Aghanims queued up. So it's not going to be the auras coming out from the Beastmaster to match versus Darkseer in any way.
All right. Do you think he sort of gets away with it going for the Axe Rush this game?
I'm not sure. I don't know how much I like it. Because I feel like auras are just a little bit broken right now. I think this Axe is also incredible, but it's usually if you're like dominating and you kind of get like the snowball going from it. I mean, we'll see if it works for FPZ.
Samael.
But auras lately just crazy. Yeah, Samael's going to give it to him.
Yeah, give the farm to FPZ. Kuro just getting the XP in mid, trying to get a 6 up as soon as he can. Omar hanging around mid as well, just seeing if there's a chance to get in with the charge. So Kuro and Samael staying safe beyond the tier 1 tower. They should be fine. Miracle, of course, now at this point can be completely left to his own devices down bottom to free farm. And the same to be said here on top for TI13. In fact, TI13 considering getting involved in some action here for the 10-minute power rune. They'll catch Kuro in the river. Quick knockback there with Omar. And the ultimate will cause Kuro to go down. They get anything more from this. I mean, they're chasing in for more. They've got the cooldown coming in. Miracle's also turned up. He gets caught by the stomp of Ducalis. So we'll not be able to continue to chase with that Shikuchi.
10 heroes arrive to the mid lane to play around the 10-minute power rune. Noob will be able to get it. They'll get a kill on Kuro, and everything goes back to those side lanes. That was an interesting move. Both teams trying to take advantage of just having the numbers there, and then both are like, wait, we both have 5 here. Okay. Who got the last hit? TI13 got it. So I mean, that's a good carry involvement. Once you got it finished up is you have the crit. So he has small crit already. So Treads, Falcon Blade, and that small crit. He's hitting some good timing. 700 again, it's the counterpart. And
he's going to try with the setup top. Going to go straight in with the Raw. Miracle's in with the backup damage. They'll bring down the ET.
They got it. Nice. Good play. I think that maybe should have happened a little bit earlier because they've kind of just been sitting there for a while the Gyro just straight jungles. But now they'll get in. They should be able to turn this into a tower. And maybe even more. If they can get a ward down to be able to try to look for TI13, that could be pretty nice. On the flip side, though, seeing Quest putting their own pressure. Oh, that was rude. The power shot, and Sumail denied 3 creeps from that power shot. Sorry, Noob.
See?
But they're looking to get Noob involved. They ditch top, looking to go for some type of snipe play bottom, but no one's down here.
I like this from Sumail as well. He had the Yules queued up first, but now that he's been able to build up and sit on this 2,000 gold, he's just going to get the Blink Dagger done as the first item. Ready for those plays if he wants to turn up, and he does. He's TPing down bottom. Kuro's been caught by the shackle shot. The wall dropped down on him as well. Kuro's gone. Sleep catches onto Miracle. FPZ is looking towards Malik. Malik's going to get caught by the razors, so the TP's coming in from Nigma Galaxy. They'll find one of the kills. Quest, they've got the numbers though. They come back in with the focus fire on towards FPZ. Noob also able to get the shackle connection onto GH. A pause.
Well, that's awkward.
Well, okay, what's going on? A Requiem's just happened from Sumail. It's going to be able to push back
he got bashed.
Omar and TI13.
He got charged through and hit as the Requiem
as it went off.
Yep. So Omar gets feared away. Sumail is stunned.
Honestly, GH is going to have Shadow Realm. So I imagine for Quest, their best interest is probably to just turn all these heroes back towards Sumail, surely. Like, forget the Dark Willow, right? You want to get this SF. Do you imagine that's going to be what's happening after this pause?
If they can, yeah. Ideally. I mean it might just feel like a snipe. I think they can turn for him.
I think so. I don't know how Sumail gets out. He's already blinked in and gone for the Requiem.
No, his blink is up. His blink is up. That was just a TP
right.
into Requiem.
You're right. He's still got the blink. So they'll just continue to chase down GH, and they'll get that. Actually,
he gets the blink.
DeCarlos is going to die for it. Tried to stand his ground and go for the stomp. Doesn't get it. But they get the kill.
Okay.
And indeed, Sumail ends up being safe. He doesn't get found in the tree line. He's able to blink away. They will still lose the tower, though. Of course, overall, Quest are going to be very happy with that move. And they're also able to snipe out Miracle's Courier, so the Javelin's going to be stuck on the sidelines for the next minute and a half.
Yeah, Quest come out quite ahead in that one, actually. Even though it's a 2-for-2 exchange, they get a lot. Just the movement of TI13 again being successful, and yeah, that tower being claimed down. Plus, that Courier. I mean, these little things do matter. Not having a Javelin on Miracle maybe could make him miss a kill now in the next minute if he shows up. And it also will slow down farm speed, which TI2000, as a gyrocopter, you're going to farm a little bit faster than a Weaver until he's got like Maelstrom or Shard or something like that. I have to see how those team fights always do occur, because as I always like to mention is the auras in particular. When you're playing team fight versus team fight constantly, the auras tend to reign supremes. And Malik, he's got mech, he's got the pipe queued up. Definitely a force to be reckoned with, while FBZ's just gone the Aghanims route. So, like I said, we'll have to see how that Aghanims ends up working in the upcoming fights. So they're now 3K lead for Quest.
Looking for a move in Nigma Galaxy. They don't have the Requiem, but of course with the Razors alone, Sumail can still do an incredible amounts of damage if he can line them up. Smoke as well from Quest. On the low ground, Omar's going to charge in. He's going to start things off. Kuro does have a Static Storm if he wants to drop it down. He might not get the chance to. He does get it off just in time, but not only just before he dies. We'll see Omar just casually TP out of this. He's going to get away. FBZ wasn't able to get in range with the Roar in time, so Omar's out. I see them trying to go towards more, but now, I mean, Nigma Galaxy, they have to run. The Shackle shot catches onto FBZ. He's going to turn with the Roar to try and get the boost to get out of there, but he is clipped by the Earth Splitter. Sumail's on the high ground, goes for one raise, and then realizes he has to blink out. There's no fight to be had here for Nigma Galaxy as they lose 3 heroes and get nothing.
Omar with some instant decision-making. He has that ward, I think he has 30 seconds left on it when the fight all kicks off. He gets the Bulldoze charge, and then Kuro Static Storms, but it's on a hero that used every spell already. So it's an instant disengage. Nigma can't fight. Quest starting to run away with things. Just quickly after 2 little fights, after getting good farm. Those are really big kills. They've slowed down they've slowed down SF massively with these last few moves and everything like that, to the point where Sumail is only 1-1 and 2. We've seen SF dominate. Even though he's been banned every game, we've seen him dominate most of the times when he does go through. It's not looking like it right now. Quest is just really dictating the pace, owning this first 14 minutes.
For Nigma Galaxy, how do you sort of slow down or fix this situation? Have you got to kind of just avoid fights, go for farm, or do you think you still have to smoke up and try and look for some sort of scenario for Sumail to get in with the big Requiem?
I think you have to look make plays with Sumail in particular, and just with the supports moving around. I don't think you can just play the map the way it is right now. You're getting massively out-farmed, and it's going to grow. TA2000's farm is just going to continue to go faster and faster and faster. And the big timing really for Quest, it's like right now they're having these great fights and everything. They have their auras and whatnot. Their real biggest timings on Quest is once they get a BKB on Gyro or on Windranger. Once they get that, SF does nothing. So them having this type of lead right now, it's pretty big. If Omar is, Omar is actually quite farmed. I didn't really realize how big this SB was too. He's phase boot and an Ogre Club too. If he ever gets a BKB too, good lord. You might have to like expend a Roar or something for an SB to get him off of one of your cores, which is not what you want to do this game. Still getting good farm on the side of Nigma, just much better on Quest. And those team fights, when they start kicking off, like we said, Darkseer, ET, these fights just don't look easy for the side of Nigma unless they have a number advantage. Got my worries for the boys.
Shots coming on GH, and Omar
super
quite
close.
be able to get him. The Shadow Realm comes off just in time, but barely surviving their GH.
I was checking if he was Ion Shelled. If he was Ion Shelled, he probably just like sits on him and gets the kill. Not quite this time though. And I believe that's TA2000's BKB pretty much done. So they can force fights now on the side of Quest.
Yeah, He's had some good moves so far in terms of turning up to the right fights at the right time.
Yeah. FBZ's Ags is done, so let's see what difference maker the drums can make.
It's got to do something. You know, when you've gone for this early investment straight into the Ags, if you're not getting stuff done aggressively and offensively, the sort of lack of the aura build as the game goes on and the team fights fall into Quest's favor, it might hurt them.
Agreed. Yeah, absolutely. And Quest, with the BKB on TI13, they're really going to force things forward here.
Oh, they know someone's in it.
That's a pretty good scan.
Yeah, they're going to find Kuro.
The Roche?
I mean, could they just go in a Roche?
Yep, why not?
Yeah.
I don't know how you contest it when there's a BKB gyro. That's the thing. So they get a quick sequence kill. A nice call there from Quest. They get a kill, and now directly into this one. And see what side Nigma tries to do to pressure in the meantime, because they know this Roche is going on. I mean, Sumail wants to poke mid, but they can start leaving that Roche and set up for kills as well. Yeah, Omar's already in mid. Difficult for Nigma Galaxy now.
Quest, they can look to clean up these remaining tier 1 towers now. Whether they want to group up top or mid. With the Aegis on TI13, it's going to be incredibly difficult for Nigma Galaxy to make the call to go for a team fight against them.
And they've got the pipe, excuse me, they've got the pipe already finished up now too, so most of the damage on Nigma, it is magical. It really is. Like, yeah, Weaver is dishing out a good amount of damage, but even that is going to be a lot of magical with Maelstrom procs, so this pipe is going to be pretty difficult for them to pierce through on top of that BKB on TI13, and yeah, they're setting up the pushes. So what's the response here from Nigma? Do they just look to split push here, wait for Aegis to go down until they get a next item timing? I think that might be it. And they've got the blink and the Yules on Sumail, which is great versus, you know, the Wind Ranger pre-BKB. But once that BKB comes out, she can just commit onto you. And it's getting closer and closer. That's my one concern. It's like, it sucks to have to sit back because you're playing versus Aegis, but if you just sit back here, it's going to give them the time to finish that BKB.
Looking towards the mid, but yeah, just setting up for a play is not easy for Nigma Galaxy from this position.
No.
West, they'll finish off the top tower. TI13, 1400 away from having the completed Aghanims.
Big boy. Tanky as well. Definitely not going to be something easy to go through. His HP pool plus all the auras that we have to always mention.
GH. Caught under a ward. Sumail's desperately trying to get towards that Yashikaya.
He's too afraid to do anything, it seems like. And yeah, now the BKB's done. It's coming out in the courier for Noob. Like, that was their point of chance to try to get him, is before BKB Wind Ranger. BKB Wind Ranger versus SF. Uh-oh. There's going to have to be some pretty crazy outplay coming out from this side of Nigma Galaxy in these next upcoming fights. Leipner is done for Miracle, so if he can somehow get into like backlines and stuff, but not really the most fragile of backline heroes either.
Gonna try something.
They have Blink on FBZ, so they do have a way to at least start a fight, but it is into an Aegis still for 2 minutes.
It is. It's a risky move, but definitely in a state where they've got to take these risks, I suppose. Fighting
they don't want to lose
Aegis.
their Tormentor. They don't want to lose their Wisdom Rune.
They might not have a choice with that.
The longest wraparound of all time.
They're not really finding the way to get in at all. I mean, this Wisdom's going to be into the hands of Quest for sure. Nigma Galaxy not able to push Quest out of this side of this area of the map.
I mean, Sumail cut the wave I guess that maybe was it. Smoke to cut the wave, but they still had a wave there. And TI13 is just tanking for his catapult.
Fortification to clear the catapult out. CP back from Omar and from Noob to get the Wisdom Rune, and maybe even set up if Miracle shows himself.
Yeah, they saw him. They saw him for a second with that ward. That's I've never seen that Obs ward down below. That's a cool one. That bottom right one, sorry. Yeah.
FPZ! He was trying to TP out. He has to use the Raw to run from this one. There's going to be a charge coming in, but there should be time for Nigma Galaxy to turn up and help out, and indeed the charge won't continue. So they'll get him out to safety.
All right. They're avoiding quite a lot, and the gold lead hasn't grown that much, to be fair. It actually has shrunk by about 200, so Miracle's at least able to get the farm in the meantime and not get caught out while Quest had this Aegis. Still 30 seconds. Quest has gotten a lot of map control with it. They have kept their lead consistent. But Miracle's
the river. Samel's in with the jump. But the BKB was off in time. Noob, he's got the win run off as well. The charge comes in from Omar. They take down Samel. Miracle's going to try and chase in to finish Noob off, and he will get the kill, Miracle. So we'll get the trade here.
Can he get out?
Upside as well to retreat. Is Omar going to get the chance to get the vision for a charge? Miracle's up onto the high ground. Actually, the charge over towards Kuroki instead. He's able to get the kinetic field off. Miracle's going to try and stand and fight here with the amplified damage to try and take down Omar, but the buff up from Malik are keeping Omar safe for the most part. The fear comes in. It'll be enough to take down the one of them. Ducalis trying to chase down Kuro, but the Curse Crown holds him back. Good vacuum from Malik to suck Miracle down to the low ground. Malik will get glimpsed in place. There'll be the Roar onto TI13, but he does a lot of damage. The Splitter from Ducalis comes in and it completely cuts Miracle in two pieces. I mean, it's not a bad attempt there for Nigma Galaxy to try and get something going. They do get the 3 kills, but still the casualties occur at the end of it all. It's TI13 again on his gyro, on this carry, getting the ultimate cleanup.
Absolutely. I mean, Miracle gets the bug, I think, got full duration latch onto the Darkseer, so there's a ton of minus armor kicking in, but what a play. Ducalis. 6 stomp. Catches him right on the edge of the outside of it, I'm pretty sure, and then, yeah, Splitter to follow. And the oh, I thought TI13 maybe got the last hit, but no, he didn't. So, either way, great play from the ET. Little bit there for Miracle, but right afterwards, TI13 smacks it down again. And he's immediately just pressuring a Tier 2, and Kuroki dies to the Torment. And they can't finish it.
Oh. Well, you know, happens to the best of us.
Miracle will finish it. He's like, don't worry, guys, I got you. I got time lapse. Let the bug build up. See, he knows what he's doing.
Oh, he's got this. I mean, he could get this. He could
you
have
guys can't
solo.
do this as a team.
Need anyone else to
I
come
can do
over
this as myself.
There we go. Charge. We'll go the way of Kuro.
Okay. So yeah, still farming. Pretty okay on Miracle. SF, of course, Sumail is really starting to... I mean, he's been stagnating pretty much the whole game. They put a lot of attention to shutting him down, and it's absolutely working.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah. Weaver's still farming, but he's far away from the next 2 items, and TI13 is going to have a butterfly before he gets those 2.
Yeah, this jar is insanely huge.
Yeah.
TI13. Kind of one of those games as well, when you see TI13 on these carries and get this far ahead this early on. He doesn't lose these games.
No. Tends to not. And they have, great lineup just built around it with all that team fight. They bought themselves a gem now as well, too. They're trying to cement this lead. BKB almost on the horizon for Omar, which is crazy that he's going to have that. And they have the triple auras. So they've got the Crimson, they've got the pipe, they've got the mech. Miracle. He shows himself.
Oh.
He's getting caught.
Get the opening. He's able to get the time lapse off. Shikuchi out to the side, but the vision's there. Dust into the Nether Strike. They've caught the bug.
And they catch GH, and they catch Kuro.
Uh-oh. 19-10. Quest looking hot. They really are.
They're looking good.
It's honestly, I think one of the big things as well that kind of stands out this game so far is the impact of the last hit picks from both teams, right? You know, one side we're getting this Gyro from TI13 doing a whole lot, and FPZ, I'll be honest, compared to some of the other games where FPZ's been pretty consistent, right? I think we sort of had like his Underlord, his Brew, have a lot of impact. I'm not really feeling it this game with the last pick, Beastmaster.
No, I think he got answered, honestly. I think this gyro pick and the ET together is just so damn strong versus him. It shut him down super hard in the lane that he has to go this kind of different style build that I'm still mixed on how I feel about Drums of Salam in a lot of games, especially when you're behind. The catch-up of it is like, it's just weird, because ideally you want to be able to use it and like run into fights, but when you're behind, running into fights is complicated with your hero.
Sure,
So,
yeah.
he's got Crimson Guard now. Maybe that can help a decent amount because he is tanky. It'll be able to provide a decent amount of protection for his team and stuff, but it's coming out late. So the damage now at this point is starting to get pretty high from both TA2000 and from the Wind Ranger to pierce through it. Well, Darkseer's just got every aura. Even the Greaves is done now too, so literally all the auras you want. I mean, yeah, there's Vlads and there's Drums and stuff, but you have Drums, I believe, on the ET, and no one builds Vlads except for Nigma.
A minute and a half until Roshan's going to be back up. Nigma Galaxy, they
They're
do
ready.
not want to allow the chance for Quest to take this Roshan, but indeed Quest to set up. Charge over straight away. They'll look towards Kuro. We'll see him up the BKB. He's going to try and find something more. Sumail. He's kind of getting blocked off here. It's a bit of an awkward spot trying to escape down this little bit of a bridge. He's caught in the kinetic field. Oh, no, sorry, that was their kinetic field, obviously, and it does allow him to get the fear off as Quest are caught back. Only for so long, though. The charge is back up from Omar. He gets back in onto Sumail. Not going to have enough damage, though, because Noob can still get the BKB and the Wind run off, and he's just going to chase Miracle out of the fight. They've killed off 3. They've killed off GH. They're getting the team wipe here, Quest.
That's got to be it. That was perfectly executed. They have the ward vision.
Yeah.
Honestly, they all trapped themselves between the
They
wall
really
and
did.
the
They were all
kinetic
trying
and
to
the other
back out
things.
at the same time, and yeah, that's not a point of the map that you want to get caught in.
No,
It
not versus
really
this type
isn't.
of lineup. This lineup has just insane amount of AoE, and you're caught literally in a little piece of paper. You just get blasted. Everyone dead. Maybe even 3 sets to drop. Yeah, they probably were just discussing what they can go for this next one, if not just one more fight.
Yes.
But this one is definitely over.
I mean, I think a few things are definitely not going to happen in the next draft. I imagine they won't go for the first pick SF again, because whilst the hero is very strong, it seems very clear with this play. At least if they do, they've got to take something out like the Spirit Breaker, right? At Quest, they came in with answers, and they've made sure that this game, Sumail just hasn't had the chance to have much impact at all, right? He's not been able to do a whole lot.
Yeah, I think they tried to do something with the switch up where they do the SF and they have this Weaver safe lane, but the fact that they get Darkseer Spirit Breaker is going to be good versus both the Weaver and the Shadow Fiend, as we saw Omar being able to apply pressure early. Even though Miracle got good farm and everything, the Darkseer was super farmed in the bottom lane. So I think they tried to do a bit of a switch up here, but maybe kind of forgot or didn't consider how strong this Spirit Breaker would be able to put impact all over the place with what he has around him. I think just a really well-rounded draft over here from Quest, and for Nigma, just, yeah, the last pick, as you said, just not really fitting together with everything else, with how they switch things around. And Quest just knows how to play around it, so, I mean, we can talk about, Nigma making the mistakes and everything like that, of course, but Quest is just kind of dancing around them. I love to see this ET gyro. So strong in lane, so strong throughout the game.
I've managed to catch him out here. As did try, I mean, he got the courier snipe. He was hanging around to snipe Noob's courier, which did take away the large part of the Lincoln Sphere. I think, in fact, he would have had the complete Lincoln Sphere, but sniping it does cost him his life, GH.
4 minutes. Still on Aegis, Satanic being delivered. Lincoln's a bit of a luxury, I feel like, for Noob at this point. I don't think he needs it.
Yeah, they can go high ground anyway.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They can just go up.
They are very, very strong right now. TA2000 ready to clean up the buildings, clean up some heroes, pops the flat cannon, and starts the siege. The Galaxy likely to just have one shot at trying to slow them down on this push. FBC's in with the Roar. So if they can burst through TA2000 at once, they'll drop the Static Storm, they can get the Fear as well, but Omar's just ready to charge across the midst of the team fight. Get the Nether Strike onto Miracle. Miracle was able to put the BKB. Has to start retreating though with the flat cannon, and the Bash is bringing him down low. Kuro is able to put the smoke just in time to save himself. Would have died otherwise. So they keep everybody alive on Nigma Galaxy, but they're forced back to the fountain. They had to put the fortification, and the push is still coming in. The tier 3's taken.
They tried to pop the Aegis with like some commit without having to use Requiem for the follow-up, and he doesn't even drop below half HP. All the auras get popped and he's fine. Pipe, Crimson, Greaves, then he Satanics back up to full. Rax is dropping.
Miracle's trying to get in with the right clicks, but barely scratching the gyro at this point with how farmed TA2000 is.
Yeah, the Crimson slows it down a little, but yep, it's gone.
Leading up with the raises.
Panic back up.
The heals are there. TI13 ready to continue this push as they'll swing over towards the mid, and there's only that one ranged barrack standing between themselves and Mega Creep to 31 minutes in. Charge over towards Miracle. Get the Gleipnir into the Nether Strike follow-up. They completely chain lock him down. He's gone. Kuro's out. They have got buybacks. We'll see if they try for one final attempt here in this game. As the Tier 4 start to fall, they won't. They know it's over. GG is called. PSG Quest will take this game 1.
Yeah, in a quite a convincing fashion. I feel like these tips back and forth between the two of them definitely appropriate. I don't know. The Spirit Break.
He could be quite the issue.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think Sumail, this is like one of those games to snowball and just get kills running around all over the place. The problem is, he's versus a Death Prophet. Like sometimes we see this, it's like I'm like asking for this, or like we see these type of matchups or these heroes, and we're like, yeah, this hero's got to pop off. But yeah, when you're playing versus the Death Prophet, things can be a lot more complicated because the lane is just difficult and it'll cause you to be pretty behind. I think Sumail saw that ward, so they should be able to get at least an instant D ward. And yeah, let's see how the map movements end up happening, right? As you mentioned, the global potential, it's there. They can look to bring numbers, and they can look to outnumber on the side of Nigma. Quest does have good answers at the same time, too, though. So the Willow, I think that's also why they ended up wanting to go for this hero, since they're playing versus the IO. I think me and you talk about that one every time. Great versus IO in a lot of different situations, versus the Relo, etc. So
let's see. As I said, we've got to see Nigma Galaxy step up from what they were bringing in Game 1, because Game 1 was pretty rough. Quest
it really was.
Going to be a step ahead. And this Game 2...
watching Noom.
Especially in how the CS goes in that laning phase here between him and Sumail.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching Noob. I want to know what item build he goes to. I've seen quite a bit of different ones on the DPs. I like the Atos usually. I was going to say the same thing. I think that one's been pretty good. I saw a couple of Phase Witchblade builds. I don't think that one's I don't really like that one in a lot of situations. So I think Atos looks pretty good if he wants to go down that route. And yeah, I'm going to be watching how this lane ends up going down too. He did take Suppress, so he has the movement speed on the slow. The movement speed slow on the silence. Sorry, I don't know what the hell I even just said. Apologies.
Wait, what did you say? Movement speed.
I don't even movement speed on the slow. I don't know what I just
movement
said.
Speed on the slow.
I was reading something.
That's the point of the slows. You don't have the movement speed. The opposite of that.
I feel like I do that a lot. I'm reading a spell while talking, and then my brain just stops working.
Oh, let's see. I mean, so from Nigma Galaxy side of things with his lane setups, which lanes do you feel that they've got the chance of doing the best in?
Not the mid lane.
No.
So probably probably top lane. It's a ranged hero versus a Slardar. Should be able to push him away. They've got the Clockwork back up. Maybe the Clockwork dies a bunch. Maybe top. Yeah, maybe that one. Bottom, I'm just unsure. Just because I don't know how much they'll... Actually, you know what? Maybe it's bottom. I don't know if they'll be able to kill TA2000 by any means, but I don't think that they should be able to ever push this Underlord away. So yeah, bottom. You know what? Bottom for Nigma.
Sure. Yeah, you don't think Quest will be able to get on top of GH and kill the IO?
Yeah, maybe they can kill the IO, but I don't think FBZ should go down. I say that, and he gets gone on instantly. They hit level 2 first, so they actually might just get the kill right off the bat.
I think they will, yeah, you're right, with this Blood Grenade as well.
Okay, I lied.
They hit that power spike, they use it immediately. First blood for Takalis.
Really important whenever you see people hitting the 2. They stepped up a little too far on the side of FBZ.
On the top lane, I think they're trying to do sort of a similar move with their level 2s, Nigma Galaxy, but not to the same level of success. And mid lane so far, Sumail has been able to do a good job keeping even on the CS. We'll see if that keeps up.
It gets worse. It gets usually bad at 3, if I remember correctly. 3 and 4, when you're able to just stand on his hill and keep poking him with your siphons. Up. So, little thing too is TA2000 did end up taking Reality Rift because he went for the kill bottom. I've seen a lot of players actually go the Chaos Strike it too, so maybe feeling like he doesn't need it. Because I see Tomato actually most times just take Chaos Strike immediately at level 2, so does get him the kill. And I guess he doesn't feel like he needs to sustain in the lane.
No, I think it's exactly as you say. Like by default, you would take it, but if you're hitting 2 in a position where you know you can get a kill, if you can take the Rift, you take the Rift.
Yeah. if the sustain ends up hurting him at all. Because I'm just going to watch his HP from the spamming of the Firestone when he doesn't have the 2 points of Chaos Strike that I see some players have. He should be fine.
Oh, you're saying they go 1-0-2. Oh, I see. I thought you were saying
Tomato went 1-0-2
yeah.
in, I think, most of the games I saw. Or most. I saw a couple.
Okay.
But
I guess you do that, yeah, if you really feel that you're not going to get a kill. Because otherwise, you want to go 1-1-1, I feel, in most cases. Because, I mean, a lot of the time, right, you pick the CK because you want to be a bit active in the lane. Because you do have that pretty good kill potential between Rift and Chaos Bolt. But sometimes I guess not so much, and then in that sense, yeah, you just want to be focused on.
Because usually you're focused on CSing. Exactly,
sure.
right? So you're just focused on like last hitting and making sure you're full health. He's fine. He's in the last incident. He gets the kill. Underlord is starting to catch back up, though. So FPZ, it is getting a bit better for him. So those two side lanes definitely looking a bit better for side of Nigma. Mid, as you said, Sumail is handling his own, but it's starting to get worse. Those denies start to come in for Noob.
Getting much more difficult for him to step up to the wave without taking a lot of damage in return.
They might prep for another kill down bottom in a moment here. I'm watching Ducalis. He's salving up. He's got a Lotus Miracle.
Cog push back onto Omar.
Jesus, these cogs.
Omar's got the Shadow Realm hit ready to come in. Kuro's going to try and step back up over towards Malik, but Malik's got the stick charges. They're both sitting incredibly low. Both teams not quite able to claim one another's life as of yet.
These heroes are low. Any second here, one of these two on top could die. Bottom, GH is fine. He got pulled in. Malik closes the gap.
This time around, the dead shot, it's there, into the cogs. They get the kill, a miracle. He'll survive the hit from the Shadow Realms. They get the kill, they don't lose either of them.
This is a dirty lane. No more I think about it. Pushing them into the cogs. He gets hit by two and then gets pushed into another one from the dead shot. Ew. That's nasty.
And not fun for these melee offlaners like a Slardar, as we're seeing from Malik in the situation.
Yeah, lane's going pretty good. As you said, mid is expected. But yeah, those two side lanes handling their own after that death, of course, on FBZ. Power runes being checked up. Omar.
Just looking for an opportunity maybe to swing in on towards Sumail, but Sumail doesn't push too far out. Just want the 6-minute power rune secured for Noob.
Kuro's running over as well.
Yes, same to be said for GH.
Yep. 6 heroes coming over.
Ducalis, yeah, we'll have to just pick it up on the bottom.
It's
the Invis
level 6 on Noob. He has the catapult. He's got Exo if they want to try to force commit. No 6 on Sumail.
Omar, if he can get the Bramble catch, might give a bit of a chance to get a lot of damage down. I mean, Sumail will take it a slight fist up, but he's got the buff up from GH coming in with the tether. So if they can punish Quest here behind the tier 1, it's difficult they're fighting into the Exorcism. They'll put the fortification, sleight of fist, not quite enough to kill Ducalis.
He did a nice angle with the double hit slight. It's close.
And Noob just continuing to keep Sumail zoned back. We'll see GH tether across Ducalis. He's still fine. He's got 1 charges and a Lotus as well if he does feel threatened.
This is around the Wisdom Rune timing, too. All these supports just sitting around the mid lane. They're probably like, oh my god, my Wisdom Rune. I must go get it. They will be able to TP at least. Omar, imagine the other ones are going to move. No, Noob, he gets more than half damage on this tower with that catapult plus glyph. Pretty good pressure play. Good response, though, Nigma. They don't end up losing the tower entirely, and they don't end up losing a hero, but now the tower is going to get continuously poked. And it is going to be the Atos, so treads into the Atos, as we've seen. Yeah, nice build-up.
See how much longer Sumail can hold on to this tower in the mid.
Doesn't feel like too much longer.
Bottom lane.
How long on 6 on FPZ? That's the one I'm checking to be able to, if they want to like fully commit to hold a mid tower or something. It's not quite there for the Fiend's Gate.
Top, trying to get it onto Kuro, but again the cogs and the dead shot holding him back, but maybe not holding him back enough, because with the wraparound for Ducalis and laying down the Fire Spirits to kill Kuro off, they'll also be able to pick up Miracle's courier as well.
Miracle is protected, though.
Samael. This time will manage to secure the power in shield room for him.
Hey, look at Noob. He's really, even without Exo, just an extra 2 little right clicks, just really trying to put it all onto this tower. Bottom, FBZ's top 2 net worth, having a good time here. He's queuing up the Crimson, a very good game versus, I mean, a lot of physical damage that's coming out from Quest early on. And they've actually pushed TI13 off of the lane for the time being. So all in all, at least this early game looking much better.
Trying to see if they can get in on top of Ducalis. A lot of damage.
He's got a pointed pit.
The root, and he's able to dive still.
He just put the pointed pit to try to go for the kill there too. So that means he won't have Fiend's Gate at 6. Might have to just get it later on here. We'll be able to put good damage on this tower here. I don't know if there's going to be a reaction. There is an Exo at the ready.
Oh, it's a good wraparound for Kuro. Ducalis
Nice
tried to
Kuro.
step up to get some XP, but he stepped up without his dive being back off cooldown. So that's an easy kill for Nigma Galaxy. Should indeed be able to finish the tower off on top of it.
Yeah, and so far Sumail hasn't... I mean, he doesn't want to leave the mid lane, obviously, just yet, because he wants to try to hold this tower as long as possible. He is still hanging on to it. It's nearly 10 minutes. Yeah, they're actually the first ones to get a tower of the game. So, pretty big deal. Muerta's farming, Underlord's farming, Ember's farming. DP is at the top, but the other 2 cores are slowed down a little bit. Not too shabby off of his lanes. Noob does have 8 toast done. We'll soon start to get some points into silence too, so maybe some acceleration will start to come out if there's gonna for some kills and stuff like that. It's been a pretty quiet tail in these first 10 minutes. Noob has a haste.
Galaxy. Samael. See if he can lead in for some action. Noob, he's got the exorcism ready to go from the high ground, and it'll go straight away over towards Kuro. Kuro gets the cogs out. With the tether to GH, Kuro's going to get away from this.
Attempt there from Noob to try to snipe one of these supports, but not quite able to. Exo, not going to be wasted by any means, though. Might just be able to commit for this tower here with the end of it. And they have to have 3 heroes here just watching him doing this, and they're gonna bring a fourth. They're gonna bring another one. That's what I was gonna say. What are they? Why are they just watching? They bring another too.
Change, and they do. They bring everybody in. They want this DP dead. They'll get it.
Nice. I was like, they're just hanging around with 3 heroes just watching him, and there's got to be something going on. So they'll bring Miracle. They'll even bring FBZ. Got some tower pressure themselves, at least a little bit. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Now, TH1000 is going to come up with the rotation, see if he can take down the IO. He's not going to quite get enough crits, so GH is fine.
Peeled some, I mean, they peeled them off of their lanes, off of their farm and stuff like that to come to the mid lane. Miracle, absolute free farm in top lane. Got exactly what you want here for the side of Nigma Galaxy in these first 12 minutes. They've held onto their tower a very long time, set up a kill onto the Death Prophet to slow down his momentum. And you have their side laners farming. That being said, Quest, of course, they are still farming. You know, CK is getting the good farm. Malik, his blink is going to be up at a very, very early time anyway. So they are still getting a lot out of the map. But just really holding on to that mid tower this whole time is impressive.
Smoke time from Noob and Omar. They want to join forces with Malik top. Kuro. Let's try and go for him first. He'll get the cogs down. Brambles will connect. Bit of a difficult spot for them to dive forward to take him out, though. So Kuro's fine. They'll settle for the tier 1 here. Fortification comes out. I mean, Nigma Galaxy, do they want to put together a defense? Samael's heading over with the amplified damage rune in the bottle. They might consider taking a fight. but it is into the
Let's
potential
see.
of the Exorcism. Noob's got the Ghost ready to go with.
They've got, I think, the mech coming out on the... Is that the mech coming out on the IO? It's far on the courier, but they're going first.
Samael, caught by the silence. The Exorcism's out as well. Samael's getting healed up by
He's in
GH,
trouble.
but it's not enough. Samael, he goes down first at the beginning of the fight. Noob with the Siphon and the Exorcism. He's going to chase down Kuro. Should be able to get this. The Cogs still on cooldown, so Kuro having nothing to be able to push them back. The Egg comes out straight on top of FBZ. He's caught by the Supernova stun. Kuro's dead. FBZ is surrounded. He's got the Crimson giving him some sort of survivability, but
dying.
it isn't enough to keep him alive as FBZ will slowly but surely also get taken out. It's 4 dead.
Sumail gets caught immediately. He gets killed without being able to get almost, what, he gets 1 or 2 spells off and then just gets instantly popped. They got full control of him. Every
that
single
was
stun
rough.
sequence with the silence.
Uh-oh.
They needed it.
It was all looking kind of good until that point. And then, yeah, they turned up, they try and force a fight. It was always going to be risky. Yeah, even with the amplified damage, if Sumail gets caught at the beginning, it's suddenly, they're taking a fight into Supernova, into the Exorcism. It was a risk, and it does not pay off for Nigma Galaxy. They lose their tower, they lose 4 heroes, and they're now down 2k gold.
Kind of dream situation for Quest, right? They show up, don't want to use Exorcism for the tower, and then they bring the fight to them so he can pop Exorcism and get a successful fight with it. So yeah, Quest definitely super happy off that one. Half an Aghanims now finished up for Noob. And so cool thing about this build is nowadays, so I remember who it was I talked to this about, but nowadays DP, she lost her attack damage talent to 10, but now she has an attack speed talent, which is insane at 10. It's a 40 attack speed talent at level 10.
40?
40.
That's a lot.
It's the highest level 10 attack speed talent, if I'm not mistaken, by a good margin. So
That's
Death
pretty-
Prophet
dude,
with Aghanims,
yeah.
if you can just attack and stuff too, I don't know, this sounds kind of cool. There's some potential there.
Trying for Ducalis, they will get him. It was a little messy. We had some hook shots going into the back of one another, but the kill is a success. The job is done.
Quest, feeling strong. Noob, Exo's back up. They've got the blink on Malik. They ain't slowing things down.
Yeah, whoever they jump here will be dead. Very little, or if any sort of chance to save them. Even if GH was around, just relocates on cooldown. They're going to get the jump in. Straight in onto Miracle. He's going to be able to put the Pierce the Veil to try and keep himself alive. And it's allowing him to stand his ground and turn to take down Malik. Fear comes in from Omar to push him back. Pierce the Veil comes to an end. The Exorcism
He's actually alive.
But FBC's actually with a backup. He's in with the
He's still
Phoenix Gate,
alive.
pops the Crimson Guard. They're going to keep Miracle safe. Oh, there we have it. We saw these players from FBZ before when he was on the Underlord coming in, and just a straight-up sustain from GH. It was enough to protect Miracle. Once he had the Pierce the Veil out, they didn't have enough damage to get through it.
Did he have like, oh, he had 2, okay, the Lotuses. I was like, GH was low mana. Where'd this mana come from? Got the Lotuses, though. Gets the extra heal up, has the mech. They turn it. Oh, my God.
That's a big
huge.
turn
Look how
there.
much damage he was able to do.
I mean, look how much Miracle's able to get from this. He's got the Hyperstone picked up. He's very close to having the full Mjolnir.
Look at him. He's still even stunned. Look, his hero doesn't even know what happened.
What does he do? What?
Muerta's just gliding across the floor.
Very cool.
And she reloads her guns and then goes back to slouching. Very cool. Huge. And so that was the Exorcism move from Quest. Answered in a surprising
They could
manner.
look to Roche.
Oh, wow. Accelerating things.
I mean, seeing was that they do have TPs. I mean, Quest, I guess they don't have Exorcism for 60 seconds, so contesting this is...
Nice fast.
It really is to the damage here from Miracle. Pops the Pierce the Veil. He's clearing through the Roche very quickly. They're going to get this Aegis.
Holy moly. That was honestly everything there for Nigma. They've got almost a Mjolnir now for this Muerta versus the CK. And he's got auras behind him, right? He's got this mech. He's going to have this Crimson Guard that we saw from FBZ. Just give him that little bit of extra protection. Oh, wow. Here we go, baby. Haven't gotten to see the Muerta carry, and he's farmed.
Caught him with the change, the hook shot from Kuro. He's gonna go down. Tier 2000 with the stun thrown out.
But
Not having
FBZ's
any
here.
follow-up lockdown onto Sumail. Sumail's fine, and indeed from the side, Miracle stepping up and bringing in the damage. They've got to start backing off it, Quest. Tier 2000 gets caught by the slight change of Sumail. They'll kill him off. Miracle takes the kill, takes down the CK, and now Nigma Galaxy are ready to take down some towers.
Oh, and this global potential is catching Quest off guard. They are not expecting these movements from FBZ as fast as they are, or from the IO in particular.
Yeah.
This time not the IO, but FBZ gets the wraparound, gets the catch on the two of them.
Yeah, they've got the global strat, and they've got the way to save one another, right? Between GH and FBZ, a lot of ways to keep the team alive in these fights that the last time round in game one, they just didn't really have the heroes or the items to do that.
Miracle is massive now at this point, too. What I was saying, he's good versus the CK,
Yep.
but also now the Phoenix, right? The Phoenix gets out of position, and I was also a little worried about like burst damage to kill a DP fast enough. This Muerta now is definitely burst damage with the farm that she's been able to get.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Dragon Lance Miona, 18 minutes in, you're very happy with that sort of timing. And of course,
And
yeah, on top
blessed.
of that, getting the buff up that you're getting from GH with the overcharge.
And the Grove Bow.
Yep.
It's like got everything coming into play. So yeah, these next few moments, the damage is definitely going to be there. We'll have to see.
Yeah, they
what
could keep
Quest looks
going.
to do to slow things down. Yep.
It's just, yeah, it's super hard to fight into this Muerta with the composition that Nigma Galaxy managed to build up now.
Yeah, and now I'm like looking at Noob, and I'm excited. I'm still excited to see this Aghanims build, but now I'm also thinking like, oh, maybe he's probably looking and being like, I wish I built just straight BKB, perhaps, even though it's a little weird. We'll have to see afterwards. But slowed down massively on the side of Quest, and yeah, Nigma in a very comfortable spot now, sitting back farming. And they can always react. So if any move does happen from Quest, yeah, those global plays are going to happen. Fiend's Gate at the ready, IO relocate as well. Oh, we're in for a game.
Nigma Galaxy split up once more. You just get their next round of items done before they go for another play with the Aegis. Still got their luxury of 2.5 minutes to play with that.
I like the way they're building as well. Solo Crest now as well onto Kuroki. They're going to smoke with this one. They have quite a bit of timings again. Yeah, just so many different buff ups for this Muerta. She's going to be hitting hard and fast. Overcharge, Solo Crest, etc. Kuro. Off the mark.
Tormentor shard for Takalis.
I'm looking forward to some of these clashes. As Muerta's going to do so much damage, and she's really farming so fast, just over that CK, over TI13. TI13 might just get shredded in these fights if he shows up early. Bottom, the Aghanims is coming out, but the amp damage is already here. They've got the reload.
Noob, he is very, very dead. Easily enough damage to take him out in that sort of circumstance.
These moves are all working.
Yep. I tell you,
Almost
if this
BKB
continues as well, is there some sort of like correlation between teams losing and teams that don't have auras on their lineup, folks?
I think there probably is. Up top,
Fear out
gets the
onto the
Fear
both
Connect.
of them.
He actually gets the Wisdom. He'll die for it.
He's certainly going to die for it. Yeah, Nigma Galaxy, they don't care about this Fear at all. They'll fight on afterwards, get the kill.
He got the Wisdom, though. Not the worst case scenario by any means. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like every time lately I'm seeing the Aura lineups, just Auras are OPOing. I don't know.
It
I mean,
definitely feels
that's
like
definitely
that.
not the only thing, but
Yeah, no, for sure. But just sort of like as a flat rule in the games that we've watched in this qualifiers. Yeah, the team that has something like the Underlord or the Darkseer or the Enigma, getting these auras online, and of course the fact that Nigma Galaxy they just don't just have the Underlord this game. They have GH as well and his IO. It's doing a lot for them. It really is. It's looking very good.
yeah, definitely. So looking like they want to try to catch them off guard. They have the Orchid, of course, on CK. So if they do find Sumail pre-BKB, they could kill him, but he actually already has it finished. So very good timing for him. No funny business with the itemization. FBZ, Crimson. But how do you win a 5v5 fight? Even though they have the 5v5 fight heroes with their... The auras might just make too much of a difference.
I mean, they're trying to fight here, Quest. TI13, he's going to get caught in the cogs. And with the damage from Miracle, he is absolutely dead. And now they can chase on for more Nigma Galaxy. Jump forward from Sumail. He's looking for Ducalis. Ducalis will be able to turn with the yours. He's going to try for a TP out in the trees. He's not going to get away. The chains catch him from Sumail.
Miracle somehow gets that last hit as well, too. TI2 then just shows up and gets shredded. I don't know. This is looking problematic for Quest. Like, how do they
really
take a team fight when you're versus? Even though they have good team fight heroes, they have an Egg, they have DPXO and stuff like that. They have Slaughter for catch and stuff. Versus these auras, versus how big Miracle has gotten after that sequence bottom. Let's see what they look let's see what they look to do. I mean, they still need some time for items, I guess, for Malik's BKB, but... Oh, look at Kuro. Kuro's already setting up.
To
Noob.
start something. I mean, Noob.
Reload.
They've always got that global backup. And Noob, he absolutely is. Anyone that Miracle can get on top of will die right now with how large this Muerta is.
It's a treat to see. The global threat is really, really working. It's been what, almost 10
minutes. He's going to die to the re-relocate. Yeah, GH and Miracle head back over. And DeCarlos immediately to his death. Bottom lane, FBZ's going to start playing around with TI13. Miracle and GH continue to bring in the push on the mid lane. Should be able to deal with this tier 2 tower very shortly. I mean, they're taking over the game here, Nigma Galaxy. They've got everything set to continue this one towards the victory. I guess to the point where if this game starts to slip away from them, some major mistakes have to have occurred. So Nigma Galaxy, they've got to keep their act clean here. And if they do, they should be able to take us to a game 3.
100%. I mean, this is their game to lose.
Yeah.
They're in such a good position. They have a level 17 Muerta with 5,000 over the CK. The Death Prophet, who is supposed to kind of like run over things, especially versus the Ember, has now been shut down, what, I think 3 times in a row that she showed up. Really good plays from Nigma. Just, yeah, playing to their strengths, playing to their relocate, playing to their map movements. And Quest now at this point, I'm like, I guess Malik needs BKB, Manta on TA2000, and a BKB on Noob before they look to fight, but these items are just going to come out very slow, as he did go for that Axe. I was excited to see the Axe as this attack speed talent thing with the Death Prop, but things blew up in their faces massively.
So no, I'm checking as well, actually, out of interest. You know, from Miracle, in terms of Muerta performances, at least on his main, and I'm sure his only profile, because I'm sure he's a good boy, he's only ever played 4 games of it, and he's only ever won 1 of them. So a pretty wild pick coming in, and he's looking amazing on it, Fold.
Yeah, he's kind of just having to stand there and attack. I got to be honest, he's doing a good job of it. Don't get me wrong, but like his team is just making him look that much better because GH just saved him, and then FBZ saved him, and yeah, he really is just standing his ground. But it's absolutely working, and it's good to see at least like some variety. Because like me and you have seen, we've just been seeing a lot of the same hero, so I'm glad to see that some people are switching it up at least. He's so farmed. I can't. He almost has his Moonshard on top of everything.
This is the great thing as well. You can just go fully aggressive now. You have Mayona into Moonshard and then into the Daedalus.
Yeah, BZ's in. They can't even touch him.
No, they
He's
can't
full
touch
HP.
Him. They've got all the items. They're fully beefed up here, Nigma Galaxy.
TA2000.
And he's going to get trouble by the root. We'll see them dive for. They're going to use the Supernova, but Miracle, he can pop the BKB turn and take that out easily with the farm and attack speed that he has. TA2000 dead as well. They get GH at the side of it all, Quest. But indeed, it is definitely feeling like it's getting to the point of where the question is how much more Quest want to play this one out, because it's getting pretty brutal. If they don't find a way to jump and burst this Muerta, Miracle's just going to be able to A-click down the mid lane soon, it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, Noob pops Exorcism, and they just walked away from him. And now he's chasing bottom. Right? He still has a couple seconds of this Exo. FBZ, he did play pretty far
he might
up.
Die
this
here.
might be a pig. All right. That was absolutely insane from FBZ. He literally just
that was unnecessary. What was he doing?
Very unnecessary. Cutting a creep wave, but I guess he expected them to get back, but Noob still had 15 seconds of Exo.
Okay.
Okay, some life. That's actually a good kill.
They don't want to see any more of that, Nigma Galaxy.
No, don't do that again. Still feels very difficult for Quest, but that just kind of gifted Noob almost more than like a half a component for a BKB. So let's get to live to see a little bit longer of time. TA2000 still unbelievably poor, probably one of the poorest I think I've seen him. But at the least, the Noob is going to have a BKB for the next engagement.
Oh, they can take Rush.
Oh, yeah.
Once again, Nigma Galaxy in position to get themselves the Aegis.
I like that they've just built for, built for the team too. Just solo press drum on Kuroki. No need for any type of individual items. Just buff up your cores.
Yeah, keep Miracle alive, and Miracle will make sure that nobody on the enemy team stays alive.
Yep. He's got this. All right, so comeback for Quest. Need the BKB on TA2000.
Quite far away from that still.
Yeah, he absolutely needs it to be able to have this impact, to be able to just to focus fire any of these heroes really in particular, because his farm, I want to say it's still pretty decent on the CK, just the Muerta's farm is just so ridiculous that it makes it look bad.
Level 20 as well on Miracle.
And this is where Nigma can force the issue as well too, because they still have 4 minutes left on this Aegis. Alright, Quest. Big fight needed. Level 2 egg is online. Let's see if they can have some crazy execution here versus an Aegis, a cheese, and all these auras.
Yeah. If they don't keep Miracle kind of stun locked or anything, he's going to kill the egg every time now. Thinking about starting things off with the fear. Look at the Curse Crown onto him. You've got Dakalis coming in from the side. Kuro's found him though. Pops down the cogs. Dakalis tries to get away. Immediately getting shredded by Miracle. Dakalis,
shot.
He's going to get the egg off. They get the fear as well. Good timing here.
It's on a
Knocking
great
them
spot.
down. And Samael, he's dying very quickly. They're going to get the Aegis out of Miracle. A perfect spot, a perfect fear. They will lose Malik, but you've got Noob pushing on. He's going to see if he can try and finish off Samael on the backlines, and he can. Samael is dead. Noob looking at GH. GH goes for the TP out. They got the Exhaust up, they haven't, so they won't be able to stop the escape from him. Of course, the rest of Nigma Galaxy still have Miracle cleaning up a second kill. Dakalis will fall.
Noob is in.
He's stepping up very aggressively, but indeed, they've got to respect the damage here from this Muerta. Noob, he's trying to get away from the Muerta. GH is attempting to block him off near him. He will escape. The burn is there, but Miracle, the damage comes out with the dead shot as well. Triple kill for Miracle. They'll be able to get Miracle out of there.
That was close, though. That was a pretty damn good whole quest. That high ground. Miracle ends up being the clutch one, of course. He gets burned down low, but Jesus, the rest of them almost got nothing off on the side of Nigma. That was very scary for a second. Perfect fear on the high ground with the egg popping.
The Supernova and Terrorize was the exact combo they needed from the exact spot.
That was crazy. That was a really good combination of things. TA2000 dies. That's the issue, and Miracle does end up living throughout all of it. Well, at least it's something for them.
Keep the game alive. Only just. Next fight, Miracle, he might not have the Aegis, but he'll have a completed Daedalus.
Noob. Oh!
He's trying to get through the Phoenix Gate! Ah, but they've caught him. The dead shot comes into play, pushes him back away from it. And that is him gone for a minute.
Back to the high ground.
He's 80 gold short of the buyback.
Lane positions are good, too. They have Catapult Wave coming in mid. Miracle, as you said, finished up the full next item. These buildings drop so fast. No glyph available.
This Muerta is... yeah, this really is the Muerta dream for any of the carry players out there who want to try this hero sometime. Miracle showing it to its full extent, but as you said, a large part down to the lineup he has around him to really enable him on this hero this game.
Hey, they look at all the buff ups, overcharged double solar crests, all the buff ups.
He's just ending it.
FVZ. He's trying to. 20 seconds.
Let's keep pushing on. Right there on Samael. BKB's there on tier 2000. Tier 4s are gone. See what they want to do with this now, Nigma Galaxy. Another Noob's back up. They'll give a bit of respect. They'll back off.
They can fake back. They are more than strong enough to be able to look for this fight. Deal with the wave, but Sumail still has a spirit here just in case of anything.
Yeah. Of course, wouldn't be surprised if we do see Nigma Galaxy play it quite safe. This is the elimination game. If they somehow lose this, they're out of the qualifiers. So they'll look to wrap this up in as safe a fashion as they can.
Absolutely. Just keep everybody together. At this point, don't split. Just keep everybody together as this 5-man unit. You always have ways to play the map with Fiend's Gate and with Relocate, so they'll smoke up. I think they just got vision of Noob. They did. So that ward that they placed from earlier from Kuro about 6 minutes ago, I think it just saw him.
Noob once again short of the money for buyback if they do get him. Kuro
sees him.
Hook shot, not going to connect. Won't be able to take that chance.
I'm surprised TI13's even staying there. I got to be honest with you. Standing outside the base at this point is craziness. Here comes the push. Or does it?
And they're being careful. As I wouldn't even be surprised if they wait for the next Roshan. Holding the high ground, waiting to see if Quest step out of the base. Eyes on Noob. Catch him in the silence, but nothing else to follow.
Miracle's actually kind of close to a refresher. They can't deal with him the once of the Pierce the Veil. I mean, 2 sets of Pierce the Veil, 2 sets of BKB. I think he pretty much, I mean, he's very close to having it finished when he sells his treads. A bit immobile, but that's okay. Yeah, he buys it. He just goes all out.
Okay.
They're looking to end it, Owen.
They are. They're certainly, they should be strong enough to do so. 21k lead here for Nigma Galaxy. West have to piece together a team fight soon.
Playing it careful still. The Cursed Crown pops. He waits till he's on low ground.
A stun onto Samael.
GA.
Backing off, caught by the Gleipnir. It can be from Samael. Kuroi's not going to hit the hook shot. Gets it straight into the back of Samael. They go for Noob though still. Samael in on top of the DP, but Noob able to get away with the BKB. They pop the Supernova. They'll kite it out for now, Nigma Galaxy. They're way outside of the range. And outside of the range of it still allows them to get hits done onto the barracks as Miracle continues the push. It's the Phantasm.
That's Exo, Phantasm, and Egg used. They still have Exo running. They still have Phantasm a little here.
Oh,
they're jumping.
He's in with the silence. Malik is going to jump with the crush there with the bashing onto Samael, but Malik is surrounded by the 5 of them. He can't take that fight. He's gone. He'll buy back. TI13 comes in, looks over towards Kuro. He's been able to take down the clock, but it will cost him his life as well as TI13 also falls. Noob's on the retreat. He's on about 10% HP. He's trying to draw them away from the base. Malik, and with another jump crush onto Samael, but he's immediately caught by the silence, the calling. Triple kill for Miracle. The pit from FBC catches onto the 3 of them. Samael jumps in with the Remnant, takes down Omar, looks over towards Dakalis. Dakalis able to buy sometimes in with the Yule Scepter. There'll be a buyback coming in. But it's the Ultra kill. He's looking for that last one. Is he going to get it? GG's been caught either way. It doesn't look like he'll get the Rampage today, but he'll certainly settle for an Ultra kill when it allows them to push forward to Game 3. There it is. He gets the Rampage at the end as the Ancient fall. PSG Quest and Nigma Galaxy. Loser goes home. Where we going further in the qualifiers. Winner gets the pleasure to go forward and play against Team Secret.
Hell yeah. And I'm want to watch GH quite a bit. You know, this 4ET, I have yet to see people really try it too much. It's been strictly played as 5 for a very, very long time. No people really try to risk making it this 4 position. He also does take Astral Spirit instead of taking Natural Order with Deconstruction that we saw from earlier. So.
Oh. Well, you're not a fan of that. Uh-oh. He's caught in the brambles. Gonna slide a fist off. He's trying to get back under the tower, but he's gone. First blood to be found there as they catch Samael by surprise.
One of the core players get it as well, too. Malik is the one to be able to get a free bracer to start off the lane. And yeah, so lanes, they have strong lanes and they get the first blood. Definitely going to be a nice start for them. And let's see, do they actually, are they putting GH up top? It looks like they are.
Oh, okay. Talking about GH,
so,
they might put him back to the fountain first.
It's close.
Tick down. He's going to live, but indeed he's going to have to take the step back.
Okay, so they are running. It's like the 4 from the 5 kind of, yeah. They're doing what I figured that they were going to do. Okay, so I talked about all that for no reason.
Sure, but so when you play the lanes like this, and like GH, Kuro changed the lanes that they start in, does that mean they change the priority of fun? Like, is Kuro going to be able to get more items than GH is, or will GH get a little bit more still, even though he's starting top?
It might just happen naturally, because he has to sack stuff. If you're an ET playing with a Morphling lane, you're going to have to buy more regen for your Morphling, right? So it might just naturally happen because of the positioning and stuff here. But this is the position that they wanted to have the lanes because they wanted to have better matchups for FBZ. They did not want to have this double melee that's also getting dispelled from an Enchantress. So, I mean, this is the lanes that they want, but I just don't know if these lanes are even still that great for them. I still like Quest lanes a lot.
bottom lane. Kuro being down here. Philly's he's going to have to be careful. If he steps up too far, TI13 to colors. Once they hit to the level 2, they can get aggressive.
Yeah. I'm quite worried for the lanes.
Already from the CS in the first blood alone, it's a 1k gold lead straight up for Quest in the first minute.
And bottom, they just have infinite sustain is the issue for me too. It's this Enchantress, the Facet, plus you just going Wisps. They can never touch. TI2000 will have 100% free farm down here, and they're gonna hurt FBZ quite a bit. Kuro as well, not in a very safe spot. If he steps up, he's very likely to die too. Mid, as we said, the GK versus Ember matchup is good too.
GH. They got him. I mean, he tried to get aggressive there, but definitely seeing that how much less damage you do as an ET level 1 when you don't have that point in the natural order, as you pointed out, Fogged. He tried to trade, but it wasn't very impressive.
No. It's like, if you're getting the 2 heroes, yes, you get this 34 damage and stuff like that, but bonus damage from creeps, it's only so. You're pretty much sacrificing 14 bonus damage for the minus armor that stacks up as the natural order builds up, if you know what I mean. Because if you hit everybody and the creep wave with that level 1+1 spirit. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying all this. No one's going to listen to me anyway, but whatever. But yes, he can't trade as effectively, pretty much, with lack of many words.
I mean, bottom lane looks like it's starting to get tough.
Yeah,
you know, Kuro
I
and
think
FBZ
they might just get rolled in
keep getting
lanes.
zoned from the wave.
Yeah.
Mid lane CS, Noob. Also having the edge against Samael. I mean, this is just DK things as we're seeing. You know, DK will always get that lead against pretty much any mid laner.
Absolutely. Miracle is getting it. A pretty good farm, but it's nowhere to the realms, of course, of how much the bottom is happening, where FBZ is getting shut down and the Weaver just full free farm.
GH is trying to get aggressive again. He'll be able to dodge the brambles.
He can't do this.
This is getting rough. This top lane is still yet to hit the level 2. Another death for GH. I mean, it's sort of those 2 deaths back to back. I mean, this lane's going to get very hard for him to play.
FBZ might die bottom also. These lanes are really gonna snowball out of control. A couple more hits.
Nah, he's gone. And TI13 will have a Shikuchi in a second if it's needed. It's not even just the right clicks alone. Take him down. This is a rough opening 4 minutes here from Nigma Galaxy.
They've got to just try to stabilize lanes a little bit here, because their draft, if they can ever play it, their heroes are strong. It's just if they literally get just smashed in these lanes, they can't play Dota.
And GH
trying to walk down Omar.
He might have him there. He's got another spirit. But no, under the tier 2, he's not going to be able to dive. So Omar survives.
Yeesh. Devastating. And the thing, too, about Quest lineup is they can't force, right? That's what we have to always talk about, is they have good lanes, good heroes, and they have ways to take towers really easy early. So they can shrink map. Kuroki, he's looking very dead.
He really is.
Uh-oh.
Another kill here for Quest. I mean, you know, getting into the game and seeing the lane matchups, do you feel this is something that as well that Nigma Galaxy probably looked at when they started to play the lanes and kind of feel like, oh, hold up, where does something good happen for us? Like, these lanes are going to be pretty brutal.
Yeah, I mean, the Enchantress pick, I think, just kind of made that happen. I think that's why Quest discussed and then ended up going for that last pick, because these lanes are devastating.
Dead again. I mean, it feels like the CT just can't get anything done in this lane now, Fog. 3 deaths for poor old GH.
Had worries for him. I had some big ones. I mean, I had more worries if he was down bottom, but top looks like it's even more scary. I guess at the one silver lining, the absolute silver lining is Miracle's getting some farm, but you're giving up way too much. Quest is playing it cool, calm, collected, pressuring towers, pressuring, playing around all the runes as well too. They're already setting up onto mid.
There's some good damage on the tower.
Not even giving him the Alpha Wolf CS. Tower rune. Let's go top. So the other thing too is now with how godly these lanes went, they can just leave Weaver alone, leave Brew alone, and now they can just stay mid. They don't have to leave this area.
The Dragon Tail into the Bramble. Sumail not yet to hit the 6, so no chance of jumping out with a Remnant. He's dead. And the tower as well.
Catapult's still up. It's still alive. That tower's dead.
They're getting it.
Boy,
They got the fortification. Give it a little bit
dead.
of a chance of life.
Get the deny at least.
Here we go.
Noob won't let him. Noob won't let him.
He actually weren't. He was ready with the Dragon Tail if G8 steps up. So tower's gone. First Elder Dragon forms. It's a success in the mid. 4K lead, 7-0.
Holy moly. Ducalis is he really going to just be able to sneak like this? They're setting up for the Wisdom Runes.
Oh, he might get it. I mean, Kuro, he can only glimpse back one of the two of them. So he's not going to be able to stop them from getting the pickup on it.
They are brutal. They are just... This is brutal. It's like the worst possible thing that could happen to you. Your lanes are going bad and you don't even get your Wisdoms either. And you might actually lose FBZ here as well. Catapult wave.
I think they might. I mean, TI13 can push forward aggressively. He has a time lapse. He's actually going to get glimpsed back, so that the move there from Kuro will keep FBZ safe.
Yeesh. Okay, so, I mean, to regain things back into control, it's difficult now because your levels are really, really lackluster and your supports as well. So it's going to have to be a bit of jungle to kind of recover a little bit of here and giving these supports some lane XP. But it's not going to... Hey, this is going to be one of the hardest recoveries I think that we have to watch. If there is ever even a potential for recovery. So Miracle's still farmed, but 2 cores and 2 supports that are out of it.
Well, this
Miracle? They're diving.
He's already used the waveform. They are absolutely diving him under the tower, and there is nothing that we can done to save him. Miracle tries to walk it off, but he can't escape this. The split's a success. Malik gets the kill. As Tier 1 tower top's also going to start taking a bit of a beat down.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Where are the supports going to... I'm trying to think. Just really trying to think for Nigma how they can get supports levels even or anything. I mean, they have to try to... I don't know. Run with Sumail when he's got 1 item. Hope that they can try to catch somebody, but this is getting out of control really fast. Really, really fast.
Yeah, his items are going to be so quick. You know, Noob is very close to having the Blink Dagger. You're seeing Malik with the farm that he's got. The Relic Gold is pretty much done. 9 minutes in.
Yeah, this is too fast. It's just way too fast. There's level 3 here. There's a level 3 hero. Okay, just hit level 4. There's 2 level 4 supports that just hit 4, and there's going to be a Relic already on a Brewmaster. Holy moly. Well, they have to stick together. That's the one thing that they just have to kind of do. You have to play as like 3 with Sumail, Kuroki, and GH. Which kind of sucks, but... If you can bring numbers, perhaps that's your only way to recover this horrific early game with some Fiendscape 5-man plays. But Quest is just... They can just play split up now. They don't have to force. They got so much.
What do they do? Where do they go? Smoke up with the Blink Dagger reveal from Noob. He's going to make his way down bottom to join forces with TA2000. There's just the 1 Tier 1 left standing out of the Tier 1s down bottom. They're ready to try and take it. And get the kill as well. And he's in. Noob with the setup. There's no saving this Underlord as FBZ's gone. See around the river, Sumail.
They don't kill him.
Jump on him.
He's gonna heal.
You're right. The heals are healing.
And now Kuro.
Noob's in. TP's over to the mid. He's gonna get glimpsed back, but he's already done his job. 10-0.
You don't have anyone to play
rough.
around on the supports. Oh, you can't play with Sumail. You can't play with Underlord. You can't play with Morphling. You're under-leveled. It's more than rough. You gotta jungle together.
Well, see what the plan is. See if they get their 6s, which you say is still not close. Still halfway through level 4, the 2 supports of Nigma Galaxy.
10-0 at 10 minutes. Okay, is Malik gonna get Radiance before the supports at 6? I think so. I don't. That's what do you?
he will,
What do
yeah.
you do? Imagine you're support
Definitely.
and you run into this. You're a level 4 disruptor and you run into a Brewmaster with Radiance. One of the bigger shellackings.
Well, if they do lose, let's just hope they can at least get a kill. You know what I mean? You don't want to go home on a game where you don't get any kills.
That's true. They should be able to get a kill.
You think
Oh,
they'll
God,
get
I
a
say
kill?
that actually. Oh man. Oh god. Okay. Okay. Wait.
That's what I'm saying, right? There is a world where this could be a game where they don't get a kill.
They'll kill Omar.
All right.
I think they can. They can maybe get Omar. Oh, this is sad.
That's the Radiance. 11 minutes in for Malik.
I mean, this is sad for me. Of course, it's super happy for Quest. I mean, me and you have been.
Oh, Quest 11.
Of course, we've been kind of hyping them up for what feels like 2 or 3 months, and maybe even longer than that. And then, you know, at Dream League, we were talking about how we love Quest and how they're on the rise, and then did not have a good tournament. But this time around, at least this game in particular, they looked at what went wrong in that last game. They're like, guys, come on, we're better than that.
Quest
Yeah,
is strong
yeah,
for sure.
absolutely so
I mean,
good.
Quest, as I said, the next series, the winner of this will go up to play against Secret. I think Quest will give Secret, you know, Quest to end up winning this, they'll give Secret a pretty good match. And if anything,
I
I'll
agree.
probably have Quest maybe as the favorites out of those two.
I'm so torn lately. I'm like, I don't know, very 50-50 with a lot of teams. Because I just, small sample sizes of the players and of the patch. So I think you can mess up your draft pretty hard right now. Tier 2.
Tier
there's
2,
nothing
12 minutes
Nigma can
in.
do. Will they get their
Losing a lot
14-minute
of their
wisdom
map.
rune? Because that's the next thing. Because this is what we see. When these
Sure.
games really start to snowball out of control like this, they don't even get the 14-minute wisdom on the supports.
Dire's middle tower
Malik
is
just
under attack.
chasing Miracle out of the lane hit.
Anybody who shows dies. Is it going to be? Oh, Sumail?
He's going to try and go for this. They get Omar. Omar's going to turn with the terrorize, but he's caught in the pit. They're going to get him.
They got Omar. Told
Nigma
you.
Galaxy, they'll get a kill on the board. They take Omar down. The rest will have to run away, though. They're not going to be getting any more out of this, that's for sure. And they lose
They're
FBC.
actually getting Malik low. Malik is pretty low.
Sumail's also taking a lot of damage from the Radiance whilst chasing this, so yeah,
This
he'll
is
have to
true.
Remnant back out. Can't keep chasing.
But
They get a
got
kill.
Omar.
They get a kill.
Costs 5 heroes, everything, but that does mean they pulled 5 heroes tops, which means GH is sprinting to the enemy wisdom rune in a smoke. They're
Oh,
going to
he
get
might get
both
it.
of them.
Unless someone's TPing back. Have they got TPs ready? Is someone going to TP back for this 14-minute power?
Oh, he's
wisdom
got
rune?
it. Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
The game plan is still there. They still have an idea. And Miracle is only 400 behind the Weaver in net worth. The small, small silver linings.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Has carried on his morph before in this qualifiers, Miracle. But,
True.
not in a game that had this tough of a start. This would be something
True.
else.
But they've got their 6s. Double wisdom runes. The supports, both in fact level 7 now. So they're almost the same levels as the quest supports, just from stealing those wisdoms. Pretty big deal. Malik. Can they bring him down?
Static Storm
Very tanky.
into the splitter.
Way too
Does
tanky.
of course not
Another
have the
glimpse.
primal split for 30 seconds, but he glimpses back. They get him.
Not bad.
Nigma Galaxy
That's 2.
making the moves. Not losing
That's a big
anything
deal.
themselves for it. Yeah.
They catch him. I believe he was in wind stance initially, swapped to the Earth Brawler afterwards. They're able to get that big damage onto him before he was just pretty much immune to all of it. They got good magic damage onto him until he swapped. All right. TI13 does have a Deso finished. So Roche now also a threat. Noob nearly with the BKB. So they can start to pressure things even more so than look for these dive plays. Very early timing on TI13.
Go for another move now with the amplified damage. Noob. Smoke
So,
up
other
between
thing-
him and Omar.
You know, this might, probably is likely to be still like that loss, but they have good high ground hold. Stumel, gets caught.
The jump stun into the root at the brambles. And that should be the tier 2 tower going down as well. They do have fortification. We'll see if they want to bring anyone up here, but with Samel dead, probably unlikely. Well, Quest, they're actually going to pull away from the tower.
They know GH is somewhere here because of where Spirit's going. He stomps the wave and it goes top left, so they know he's somewhere over there.
Radiant's bottom tower
Kuro
is
bottom.
under attack.
Might just get two-shot here by TI13. Let's see.
Oh,
Oh,
very early time lapse there.
that was very early.
I guess he just
Holy-
wanted to avoid the static storm. But even if they get static storm, I don't think he cares. Maybe he thought Kuro had more heroes around him.
Probably.
Either way,
Sumel,
Kuro's dead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Can they
Catch
catch
Omar.
up? Oh, Omar's going to make them work for it.
He can realm TP once the Spirit's off of him. Can't quite do it.
They'll catch it.
Another kill. But the gold lead is still continuing to grow.
It's
because
growing.
everyone's farming.
It is, yeah, nearly close to 10k now for Quest.
Is under attack.
These kills here and there from Nigma Galaxy aren't really changing a whole lot.
No, at least it's getting Miracle in a better position a little bit for himself here, but game state overall still feels very similar. Just Quest is playing all over the place on the map. They're getting so much. It's bound that maybe one or two heroes do get picked up, but at least they got 3 kills, so it's not a shutout. Next tower. Dragon form is online. Sumail, careful how you show.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle
Try
tower.
Careful
wrapping
how
around
anybody
bottom
shows.
lane
I
noob.
think Kuro just showed. Let's just get dove.
Yep. They'll go for it. They'll just be able to walk up and stun as well. Blink not necessary.
And the final tier 2.
18 minutes in. All tier 2 towers going to be taken very early on here this game for PSG Quest.
Yeah, kind of in a sequence of I feel like we're seeing a trend of this when teams do dominate. It's like 20 minutes, they try to take that tier 2, take the Tormentor, take the 21 Wisdom, etc. GH.
GH. Oh, the damage coming out from the two of them, Malik and TI13. GH doesn't stand a chance.
They have Vision of Miracle as well, too. Up top, they have that ward right on top of him. They're swinging over to him immediately. He should be able to get away. Very little farm on the map here for the side of Nigma Galaxy. FBZ can't step outside. I've been watching him in the base. I don't even know how long on this poor Underlord. And this will happen, of course, when everything just went the way it did.
Dire's top
Just
tower
bringing in all
is
the
under
lanes
attack.
here. Quest. Don't need to go for the high ground yet, though. They can fall back and go for the Roshan.
Are scanning.
Yeah, they can Tormentor and Roshan and stuff like that before they fully look to break high ground. Because as I was saying, Nigma's high ground poke is very annoying. ET and Ember and Underlord. Might take a little bit of time for Quest to just reach through it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh yeah, I like that Fiend's Gate. Hell yeah. I mean,
Easy
FBC was
farm.
stuck in the base. He was stuck in the base with Butler for 5 minutes, so. Go, my Necrobook, go. Sad. Oh, desperate times call for desperate measures. Roshan time. They can do this rush even with just like 2 or 3 heroes is the nice thing. Weaver plus Enchantress can probably just duo it. If they want to keep heroes out on the map at the same time to build the pressure.
So they may just do that. Carlos TI13 and Omar ready to head
Yeah.
in.
Maybe they swing one more near the area just in case there's some type of weird contest to a steal or something, but not necessary for them to have 4 heroes in here. They could do it too.
Noob top with an invis. He's thinking about going for setup.
Miracle. Use the Manta already.
Won't try chasing.
Dude, look at Kuro
He's
again.
going to be able to.
He's
gonna go
going for
wisdom.
it. I mean, they've got a game plan in
Easy.
mind, even though they're so far behind, right? They are thinking about it. Thank you. Can you get away? Cannot.
dive for that one. I mean, we saw as well down bottom. GH was maybe seeing if he could get in to interrupt the Roshan, but he can't. He dies as well. Both supports gone again. FBZ, what's the plan? Cut a creep wave?
He's staying here. Yeah, just cut creep wave and stay here. There's nowhere else he can go. TP immediately. He's got Fiend's Gate back up again, so he can look to Fiend's Gate to another part of the map to farm. This is pretty much just them hoping that there's a throw, really. It's hope that they throw on the high ground push and Miracle's able to do some type of unbelievable things, but it's just... Quest is not going to give up to you. They're just playing it cool, playing it chill, finishing up their items. Oh, the Fiend's Gate. This time they're ready for it. They knew he was going to try.
He's down.
He's moved fast enough.
Oh my goodness, he gets through the gate just in time.
I can't believe this is the meta right now. And then we have to watch. He's like, oh, I got to get that Fiend's Gate in the bottom left of the map. Tormentor?
Yeah, they'll go for it.
In position. Can GH steal it?
He can try. He tries. Comes a little bit too late, though.
You can see that they're thinking about it, though, but it's just nothing's helping. The lead just keeps growing and growing and growing. There's nothing happening. Class is just doing whatever the hell they want. Noob's like, who's next? Who's my next target? They'll see Miracle's courier. They know where he is. Or they've got an idea at the least.
Carlos has found GH. TP out. Maybe we'll get him away in time. Searching on the top side of the map, though. Omar.
Sumo. Alright, Sumo at least be able to finish up BKB. Oh, I mean, they're a little bit more survival. Their damage is just super lackluster. It's, yeah, I mean, so many things, of course. Pipe and Mac on FBZ. Omar finds Kuro. Can Kuro actually get out of that? I don't think so. B? Alright. He can. The Fiend's Gate again.
He's
Are they going to catch
back
FBZ this time?
They're bringing in more TPs this time. Oh, FBZ's like, no, I'm getting out of here.
Follow it.
Malik,
Follow it, Malik.
do it. Go in the gate. Go in the gate. Yeah.
Honestly, I think at some point they might actually go through.
Just see where it goes.
This is
where does it go?
Oh, man. They found Miracle. Miracle.
Smells. They're going to be able to get Omar. BKB popped. So yeah, Miracle's able to TP out.
He was looking at the fight. He almost got his mana burned before he was able to TP. He almost actually got oomed by TI13. It was really close. Some bro tips. It's a good job, man. You too. Kuro he's found the ward. Trying to find some opportunities for Miracle to get outside. A gem purchased for Ducalis. He's sick of them trying to get outside. The lead just, yeah, as I said, continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Brew with an Octarine. Oh, it's bound to happen. Whoop.
Hey, speedy though.
Make him work for it.
Stop.
No way. But there's no TP. He's gonna have to take a longer walk back. There's a blink up in 2. Ah, he's actually gonna get away.
But he's kind of stuck down here.
He is. FBZ. Oh. Oh, the mini game.
Go in it. Go in the gate.
That one's actually not in the fountain. That one would be one that could work.
See where it leads.
Stay down here.
Pause.
Mouse.
Mouse.
Not bag.
Not bag. All right.
I mean, more for the high ground hold. He's got Conda. Conda plus ET Spirit. If heroes make mistakes, they can pop. It's gonna still take a ton of mistakes, but Nigma can hope.
Radiant are scanning.
Noob. Make work on a Silver Edge next. It's going to be very easy for him to sweep the map and catch out whoever dares come out across it.
Yeah,
Nigma
and this is
Galaxy.
one of those. This is one of those Shadow Blades or Silver Edges that it's not for a break by any means. It's literally to hunt these rats
Yeah,
from
hunt
stopping
them
this
down.
stuff. Because look at them. They're all over the place. It's infested the map.
Malik knows that GH is down here. He may just find
Eventually
him.
they'll get him. He's out. I love the fact-
48,000. Oh,
FDC
he's very
saved him,
close.
right? The Greaves.
So well, that would be enough damage, and yeah, indeed.
Dude, so it's funny to point this out, but the wards that Quest has placed on the map, these are wards just to watch people just being on the wrong side, like being in the weird place of the map, right? They don't even really want to place aggressive wards too much. They have one aggressive one, but it feels like defensive wards on their side of the map is better just to catch these guys. If they even need to, because like, as we said, the lead just keeps growing. And they do scale very hard. It's like, yeah, Morphling is a good hero, so is Ember Spirit, especially when he's got the buff-ups of an ET, but Weaver, DK, and a Brew Core is pretty damn formidable. Careful.
Won't be able to turn into the Weaver and Shikuchi away himself. After initially
That was a
wave
risky
forming into the
play.
wave.
He didn't see it. Maybe they saw the DK or something, but I felt like he didn't see too much there when he did that play. I guess you have to take risks at this point. I mean, well, you've had to take risks this entire game.
Noob. Might find GH. He's going for the stomp. He gets it off.
He has...
He'll keep on running.
He's TPing to cut him off.
Oh, he actually is in.
I feel like I'm watching a mini game. Honestly, they're just. Is this Dota? This is so weird. Oh, now he's hunting Miracle. Dun, 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 dun.
Miracle's out.
And he's out.
And they're keeping the game going with these moves, Nigma Galaxy.
Keeping it going, but not
Keeping it
scaling
going.
that much. It's just Miracle scaling. I mean, Ember's getting some, but his scale at this point, it's not as relevant in comparison. Because it's like the poke and prod. Everyone's tanky. If there were like some squishier supports or something, maybe. But even Omar and Ducalis, nothing to laugh at. And now Quest, let's start to force the issue a little bit more here.
Well, there's your job. Noob's in. Straight away on to FBZ. They're trying to burst through the Underlord. They won't have quite enough to take him down, but still holding them back and making sure the space is there for Tier 2000 Weaver to take out the Tier 3.
Buildings down. Glyph was used. Then they'll back it up. Roche, it's back up. They can look for it.
Radiant's bottom tower has
And it's, oh, okay, cool. So it'll go back to Radiant side, right? So with Banner, they can maybe force the issue. Maybe that's actually what they want to wait for, rather than a dire Roche. So it is going to swing down there. That's
close to-
that's something that can let them to push just right through everything.
Yeah, and with that timing, they'll probably also have like the Silver Edge completed on Noob, getting close
Yeah.
to Daedalus from Tier 2000, and Malik's well on the way towards his BKB. So yeah, this next timing with this next rush, next stages is going to be very strong for Quest and highly likely to provide them with what they need to feel that they can tackle the high ground.
Absolutely. Yeah, Ducalis tanking up a little bit more. He's got the Eternal Shroud as well. He is going to deal damage in the fights too. That's the thing. It's like you can't ever write off any changes in most of these as well. If there is actually a big fight that does kick off.
A gift from the
Miracle almost, he's getting closer and closer toward that butterfly. As you said, he's He is keeping up in farm, kind of, with like game state and everything like that, with what he's up against. It's just, can he actually kill any of the 3-4s? Is what it's all going to come down to once they go for their actual eventual push up the side of quest. There you go. That's that rush, and that's that banner for them to be able to just push in. The lines are drawn. Ducalis says, let's go. Get all these lanes in position for us to get our push going.
Oh,
GH.
and that play there from Omar. He's able to find GH solo.
Nice play. Good blink. Oh, look at, they're TPing to the Tormentor just to speed up how fast they can push because they still have DK form.
Tormentor?
That's cool. Whatever. As soon as I said it, I knew you were going to say it. Outpost.
No, I call the Tormentor the Outpost all the time.
I call the Wisdom Rune the Lotus.
Yeah.
I just can't think. Dota's too many terms.
There's a lot of words in Dota.
All right. Tower's dropping quick. There's no glyph.
It's going to be the bottom set. Or at least the bottom range, and I think the bottom melee. I don't think they're going anywhere, Quest.
Nope.
An easy push.
We continue to mid. A full pipe also now for Malik. So even more of that survivability for the spam. I feel like maybe he should have done this before the Octarine if they wanted to look to close out a little bit sooner, but who cares? They can do whatever they want.
Can prepare themselves for the jump in the mid. Smoke up from Quest. Ready to break the high ground once more.
They still have that banner bottom too, which is keeping the wave stuck there.
And here's the
Smell's
split.
gonna kill the banner. Here we go.
Quick burst onto tier 2000. It's a lot of damage. Not enough to kill him. Of course, he's easily able to put the time. That's the tier 3. He's gone.
And top style
So the
also.
Barracks
Dude's taking
in
it.
problem. They put the fortification. Remnant 4 from Samel, but he's not able to get his hands on towards tier 2000. Tier 2000 Shikuchi's away. Business. Ruling still doing a lot of damage on his own, really, to the Barracks in the mid. Tier 2000. So having the safety of the Aegis. Just the BKB if necessary. Now from Samel, see if he can get a grab onto something. They've got the drag back with the glimpse onto Ducalis, but Ducalis is pretty
Super
tanky.
tanky.
The heals are off. Ducalis, he ain't dying. And now Quest, they can collapse back in onto Nigma Galaxy. FBZ's going to be focused first here by the Dragon Knight, as FBZ will slowly but surely fall. Both him and Kura out of the game. Samel's trying to fight back, but he just doesn't have the damage. T8000 dives in, takes out GH in a couple of hits. The Sleight of Fist comes out from Samel. Quest, they get caught in
Miracle.
a Static Storm. Miracle, he's trying to shift into the strength. Can he get his way out of this? He's caught by the fear. The silence catches onto him. He's going to be able to back off. So Miracle will live. Sleep Stomp comes in onto Malik. They're trying to bring down this Brew, but they can't finish him off. Malik walks it
These
off.
hits.
FBC is gone. That's him
much.
dead for a second time in the fight. Samel will buy back, but they've lost the Disruptor. They're losing their middle racks. They just can't stop this push in the split. It's back up again. The route onto Samel. Samel caught by the Cursed Crown. Another Sleight of Fist will be able to dodge the Cursed Crown stun, but the jump away is not going to get him far enough out of this as they take him out again. He's out for good. The tier 4s are exposed. Quest looking to close this one up as Nigma Galaxy are out of buybacks. The tips coming out between one another. Quest feeling fantastic off their play here in this game 3. Miracle will try for one final defense, waveforming forward, but it's him against the world. Everybody else dead on the side of Nigma Galaxy. Miracle trying to draw their attention away from the Ancient, but they'll happily chase him down and take him out as well, as it's a full team wipe and more here for Quest. GG is called. PSG Quest will move forward, knocking Nigma Galaxy out of the qualifier.